the end of the day. You gotta feel good at the end of the day. It's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day.
Hello, fellow dorks, and welcome back to Alone in the Dork. Back to Warren of the Ratkin. Didn't get very far in the slums last episode, but I have a feeling we're going to make more progress. I've been looking at the map a little bit, and I have some ideas, because I'm starting to get a little worried with the growing darkness starting to affect us. I can't push as far and hard as I used to, and I'm needing to take more and more breaks. So I have a bit of an idea of how to use our time a little bit more wisely here. Also, I did make a couple of mistakes last session when I was wearing that Venom apron, and it says that it doesn't work due to effects. An effect is like when I use an item that like do all this damage, gain D6 Venom or something like that. That's an effect. So that guy kept doing these like little actions that were doing 1 point of Venom, 1 point of Venom, 1 point of Venom. Actually, I should have been blocking that because I could block up to 1 point of Venom. Then I got the other item. Now I can block up to 2 points per squirt, basically. Before that combat started, my Venom was 8, and then when we camped, it knocked it down by 2, so it should be a 6, actually. So I did go ahead and change that, and something else I forgot to do after camping, I forgot to roll to see how much my bladed weapon skill increased. So let's jump into the game and check that out. Okay, so let's get the dice out. Now, again, I want to roll a 69, excellent, or above. Let's see what we get. Now I'm like, I think I have to get above. That's incredible that I have been making this roll as frequently as I have. So that is a 1d4. Watch me roll a 1 and won't. Okay. That one about as well as it can. That puts me up to a 69, 70. So I want to do 73. That is amazing. So my bladed weapon is almost maxed out. The max it can go is 80, and it is at a 73 now. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Beyond that, I think that's all we had to do, but I do have, as you can see here, the map. I have the map open for us. And we are actually located, I'm going to be indicating it here on the main map here. We are located at 20 currently, right underneath where it says outline of the borehole. And what I think we're going to do is, I think we are going to make our way south here, and let's check out like the city. So I'm giving you spoilers finally. So this is actually like the inner city walls. This must be where the higher ups live down here. So here's the main gate. That's what I've been talking about. But as I was like loading this up, I looked over here and it looks like the gate's broken here. Worth investigating. And then there's this place way down here. But also like I'm a bit of a completionist. So I kind of want to like see what else there is. But again, I'm getting worried a bit about time. And when I say time, I don't say, time that it takes to film these videos. I mean time for our character. Like, how much longer can he go before just all the growing darkness and all that kind of bad stuff messes him up? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak down here. I'm going to check out 27, 25, and then I can probably just walk all the way around the walls here. And then I'm going to check the main gate. So then we're going to get like a big circumference of that, check out what's going on. And then, because remember, if you backtrack through the same room, you have to like see what Warren encounters you get, which doesn't necessarily mean a combat like I thought it meant. After that, I'm going to, if I can, run up here into 18. Haven't been here yet. And I'm going to use my skull. Remember, I have that skull when I killed the overseer of the domain I just left. I had this skull that lets me see 3 rooms in advance. And I'm going to use that to see what's in 23, 22, and 24. Again, I'm kind of surprised that I haven't had like some form of interaction yet. I feel like that's brewing somewhere. So I want to just make sure I leave no stone unturned. So I want to just check these areas out with the skull, see if it's worth hitting. If not, I'll turn back around. I'll hit 19 on my way out. That's still not backtracking. And honestly, I don't know if this is considered backtracking if I just kind of like avoid 26 or not. But more than likely, I'm going to go through the main gate or I'm going to go through this hole. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That's my game plan. I'm sure lots of things can change. So let's make our way down. Let's get our little character sheet here. Heading back to the map. So we're going to make our way all the way down to 27 and see what we got down here. Let's see what that is. I already marked off the light and all that stuff, so I think we're just kind of ready to rock and good to go. We're out of the doo-doo cavern. Wow, we've done a lot. 27. The dead body of a massive insect, please be dead, lies half in and half out of a high stone wall, fallen pieces of masonry strewn around it. The creatures atop the walls, sensing your intentions, unleash a frantic hail of darts to keep you away. Oh, they see me. Okay. No chance of sneaking up on them, apparently. So, hi, guys. So, they're all aware that there's a human here. That's kind of weird. So, crossing the breach. The onslaught is intense but temporary. You need only to weather it. When you pass through this room, make a demanding dodge check or suffer 2d4 piercing damage and d4 venom. So, like, I see them. I'm going to assume, because I'm not passing through this room, to me, that means passing through the wall. I'm just like, oh, look at this. And they see me, which is kind of weird. This is the first inclination that, like, masses are aware that I'm here. And they don't seem to, like, raise it along. I don't hear, like, ding, 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 ding. I don't hear any, like, bells going or anything. They also do have all that little brain activity thing going on. So, yeah, they probably are quite aware that I'm here. I think I'm just going to move on. I got to roll the tension die. I'm at a D8, which is pleasant. Man, that was almost a 2. Still pleasant. I'm going to mark off a light source, so my torch is almost out. And I'm going to just keep on moving. So if they're throwing darts, again, it looks like there's quite a bit of room here to skirt the walls a little bit. So I guess they're just, like, following me and, like, watching me. Again, like, I may be on their brain channels, too, because I have venom as well. They may just be aware of me. Let's go down to 25. Let's see what that is. I don't know if they're just walking along the parapets watching and be like, hey, look at this guy. He's human. What a fancy mustache he has. Do you remember when I started this, I had a mustache? Me too. Okay, 25. Let's see what we got. Storehouses, okay. Oh, tension die. That's a 1. Man, it does not last long, does it, guys? All right, down to a D6 already. Jeez, ow. It's like every session or two, I'm triggering something. Ugh. Built crudely from long planks leaned against tall stalagmites, these triangular structures are packed with supplies. They are also under heavy guard. Whatever you need here, you should move fast. Ratkin response. After leaving this room, Ratkin rush in to guard it, rendering it inaccessible until your character dies or the overseer is killed. Oh, this is where they put my equipment. Okay. Ratkin, find your equipment, pick over the best pieces, and bring them here to study. That makes sense. 3 items of your choice per character are here. I don't think there's anything here for me, though. This room is large and takes additional time to cross. Make a stealth check. Well, I will do this. I'll make the stealth check or run into a warren encounter before leaving. I'm going to mark off light before I forget it. So this is apparently just when I die, this is where I find my stuff. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else. Oh, I guess I could have scavenged? Nope. Stealth check. Here we go. Kia. Oh my God, I may have made it. Again, I'm batting like 4 for 5 on this. My stealth is 25. I rolled a 20. I made it. Thank you, mushroom hat. Again, I'm just kind of blend in with all the other mushrooms. All right, I'm going to just keep on cruising. I was ready to have to do an encounter, but apparently not. All right, well, I've already made it more rooms than I did last session. This game, I have noticed, whenever I play, it's like I have a combat episode, and then I have an episode where I get a good bit of exploring. Combat, a good bit of exploring. And maybe it's just designed that way, which is smart design, where you're just not doing the same slog over and over. But I'm going to just keep on trucking along. I'm going to go around the loop here, and I'm going to make my way, I guess, towards 18. La 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 la. Looking at the observatory and library on the way. I guess I could just go up straight up to 19 for that matter. So from 19, I'm going to use my skull, which lets me look at the next 3 rooms. It would be 24, 22, and 23. And I think I just like magically look at it. Well, hang on. First, we got to deal with room 19. Let's settle down, Avery. I'm excited. I have a plan. I usually don't have a plan at all, and I just start winging these. But I was actually like sitting down for a second. It's like, oh, okay, this makes sense. So attention die. Thank you. Let's check 19. Oh, you know what I did not do? Was look at the gates. That was like the one reason I came down here to look at the main gates, and I didn't. That's okay, because I'm still here in 19. Then it's not going to be considered backtracking going to the gates, because I haven't seen them yet. So again, and the main reason I want to check all this other stuff is I just want to make sure that I'm not overlooking something that I need later. So let's see what these shrineways are. The streets narrow and twist, snaking between boulders and over stretches of moldy rock. From every surface, charms hang. Charming. Made of bone and hair and dried fungi and teeth. Okay, not so charming. They rattle in a rare cavern breeze. The musical clinking sets your teeth on edge. Occult atmosphere. After each time you set camp, end combat, or investigate a point of interest, make a resolve check or lose 1 sanity. All right, well, I'm not going to be doing that. Dangling charms. Some of them look usable, okay? Make a scavenging check. Okay, scavenging is like 33. Nope, sure didn't make that. I could have found a blessing of the meek. I don't know what that means, but I could have found it, but I didn't. Okay. Hanging bottles. Strange glass ornaments stoppered with wax swings from strings. That rhymes. Fluid sloshes in some of them. Make a hard medicine check. I'm more scared that I think I have a better chance to critically fail than to actually succeed at that. Actually, that is true. I have a higher percentage chance of critically failing than I do of succeeding on that check. So I ain't doing that. Peculiar calabash. It lies to the side of a boulder. What does? Seemingly discarded besides the path. If you pick it up, gain a mesmerizing rattle, which I do already have one of those. That's the thing where I shake it. I have to have a lot of venom, but if I shake it, I think I gain sanity back. I already have one of those, so I'm going to just pick it up, okay? Oh boy, vast. This room is large, takes time to cross, blah, blah, blah. Stealth encounter. Okay, let's see how sneaky I am. Ooh, I was almost sneaky, but I'm not. 37. That's fine. I'm due for this. Warren encounter. And then after this, I'm going to use my skull. Unless I get a big old fight that takes the rest of the session. Yeah. 12. Curious machinations. I got a trap, so let's see what happens. Okay, let's clear these out. It's getting a little gross. 15. Peculiar grave. Oh, I've seen this. Human bones have been arranged in a cairn. All right, so, again, respectfully covered human remains. And I'm already a little on edge because I'm aware that they're here. So I just kind of walk by this grave. I need to make a resolve check. So again, the fact that they know I'm here and they haven't unleashed like an all-out like search party for me. Oh, but there's that critical fumble. All right, critical fumble. If you're following along in my playthrough of Machine Gods, I've been on a hot streak in that game, so getting a critical fumble here is kind of okay. So, I lost a sanity, 1, but let's see what happens because I critically fumbled this. Here we go. Mental lapse. The character succumbs to the mental pressure of the situation, making them vulnerable to further influence or manipulation. They lose D4 sanity. That seems valid, and I like the reasoning for this. 4 crap. I don't like that, though. Oof, that puts me down to 9. Grody pants. So the rats are aware of me. And this, again, the first time that we are both aware that, like, I'm here. There's a human in your city. I'm assuming there's not a lot of other humans here. Where are the parties coming to get me? Where are the scouts? Where, where are the band, the militias of rats coming to attack me? They're just not here. And so then all of a sudden I see this like cairn for what looks like a human. And it's making me, because I remember earlier I said, I was like, I wonder like if I get enough of this venom that like I turn into a rat. I wonder if there's some weird kind of metamorphosis thing here or something. So anyway, it makes sense that I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. But I've got to use my skull of the lady that I popped her head off of. But let's double check that now that I can freaking do it. We're going to mark off my light. Made a lot of progress this session though. My goodness. Happens when you don't get in fights with doo-doo monsters. Here we go. A small enchanted skull that grants the user the ability to see what's ahead. Roll the contents of the next 3 rooms. Oh, okay. I get to see what's ahead. I was supposed to say, it's like, roll. I don't roll. It just tells me, duh. In the core game, you roll rooms and you generate each room. But this, I'm just going to look at the rooms. So we're at 19 currently, and I'm going to just look at 24, 22, and 23. I feel like this is a good use of that skull. I was thinking like, when I go through the gates, do I use it to like look at like the factory, the observatory, and the library? It's like, no, I want to walk in those places. And then obviously I go to the chapel last because it just seems like that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, so 24. Decrepit stables. So I'm just looking at it. I'm just peering through. Maybe I hold it up like an old, like, was that the viewfinder? Is that thing was called? I kind of like hold it up like this and just kind of look through it. It's kind of like its mouth is open. I'm just like, ah. Okay, wads of stone rise from the cavern floor. Some have been carved into globes with single doors and small window holes dotted haphazardly into their flanks. Outside of a few of the structures, there are troughs of food scraps. Outside of others, there are leashes made from tanned Ratkin hide. Ugh, a little bit of cannibalism going on? What's that mean? From the inside of these buildings, you can hear claws scrabbling on stone. Open a door. A croach. Is that like a cockroach? Bursts out of the structure and attacks. Oh, it could be a venom draft croach, a hunting croach, or an assassin croach. Okay, scrap troughs. You can't possibly be this desperate. Each character may harvest a single ration here, but at the cost of a sanity. Yeah, and then exits. Okay, that place sucks. Here, I'm just gonna move my little Sir Alistair thing around. That was 24. Now I'm using my viewfinder to look at 22. Okay, that is Nursery District. Aww. The mewling sounds of young creatures stain the air. The buildings here are small and dense, almost nests. Eyes peer out at you from doorways. It has begun to occur to you just how surrounded you are. Oh, it's occurred. If the Ratkin hunkering down here and hiding from you were instead to all rush you at once, you would be flesh scraps and bones on the floor. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I feel like I'm encountering someone. When I first came down here, they're like, they're around, they're just not here. So yeah, intruder, trespasser. The first time each character enters this room, make a resolve check or lose sanity. When Warren monsters are here, roll a d6. The result of 4+ means that they are Ratkin young. Oh, vast, it's large, make a Warren encounter. That's it. Okay, fine with me. I feel like I've used this skull wisely, because again, that is also 3 rolls on the tension die that I'm avoiding doing this. This puts me to the 23. The alchemical crater. The buildings recede. In their place is a gravel pit that has been blasted into the bedrock. Smoke and strange vapors rise in the air while rat light wisps dance over the ruination. Which is maybe a note to self, don't bring a lit torch here. An enormous creature has been lashed down near the edge. Okay. Alchemical vapors. Upon entering it, make an endurance check or suffer venom. Restrained beast. Wrapped in ropes and anchored with stone shackles, the creature is a dwarax. Holes have been drilled into its flanks to harvest ichor, and a small workstation has been set up nearby to process it. If the dwarax has not been freed or killed, I can get 2 venom syrettes. If you wish, you may suffer D4 exhaustion to kill it. Oh, I can just go up there and kill it. Alternatively, you may suffer 2 exhaustion to free it. If freed, it attacks you immediately, but its short-term rampage sets the Ratkin's efforts back considerably. Get rid of those D4 time is fleeting tokens. That's it. I feel like I used that thing really well. I'm pretty happy with myself. I am curious what a dwarax is. I just want to read what the heck that thing is, so let's find out. A dwarax. That sounds like a Dr. Seuss character. Dwarax are terrifying amalgamations of grotesque features, possessing unnaturally long arms that extend down to their misshapen knees that end in wickedly clawed hands. Its pale, pallid skin seems to absorb what little light dares to venture into its subterranean domain, giving the dwarax a hauntingly spectral appearance. Its face is devoid of eyes, replaced by an enormous gaping maw filled with a nightmarish array of razor-sharp teeth. I thought this was like a triceratops or something. Forever bared in a fearsome and insatiable hunger, this mouth serves as both sensory organ and deadly weapon, honed to detect the slightest vibrations and rend apart its victims with horrifying efficiency. Yeah, I'm good. Pass. Hard pass on the dwarax. I'll just hang out the fox and socks. Okay, let's just go to 18. I already marked off, I did my tension die, I did my light source, so let's go to 18, and that is going to be it for the slums. I think this is the center of town or something, so I'm sure it's going to be bad here. The Assembly District, here we go. And this one I am walking into from 19. Let's roll the tension die. It is still a d6. 4, thank goodness. Okay. The buildings in this part of the city are little more than slanted roofs over nests of fabric and sticks. Occasional showers of rocks rain down from the scaffolding above, sometimes pinging harmlessly off of the roofs, sometimes crashing right through. Just as common as these structures are empty parade grounds where various materials have been heaped. Stone, dried fungi, unprocessed lumber. You're beginning to wonder how it is possible that so much of that has gotten down here, but you postponed the question for later. I feel like I've had that question earlier, making my way down the boreholes. Like, where'd all this wood come from? As you walk between these strange landmarks, shapes scamper on the periphery of your vision. You may scavenge here as many times as you would like. After each attempt, roll the tension die. No, not doing it. You may set camp under one of the roofs among the nests. You gain a +2 bonus to your camp check. On a 1, a massive stone from above obliterates the roof and deals damage to you. D8 +6. No, I ain't camping here. Vast, it's large, make the check. That's it. Holy moly, I have rocked through a heavy portion. All right, let's make that stealth check. Kia! That is a critical success. Oh, I didn't scavenge either. But nonetheless, my stealth was a critical success. Stealth. There we go. Dude, I'm good at this check. Scavenge. All right, that failed. So my guess is they're aware of me and they're leaving me be. I feel something's going to happen. There's going to be some twist to the story here. Something's got to happen. I should not be allowed to wander around this freely. But I did make a critical success on a stealth check. So let's see what that is. And then I'm going to check the main gate. Maybe like, hey, come on in. Well, they were throwing darts at me earlier. Ghost in the shadows. The character moves with exceptional stealth, becoming nearly invisible to anyone in the vicinity. If they perform an attack in the next round, it strikes automatically. Well, that ain't happening. There's no one for me to fight, which is probably for the best. Okay. I'm going to push on to, I guess, the front gate. By this point, again, maybe they'll throw 2 darts at me and be like, all right, come on in, you're good. We've been waiting for you. Sir Alistair, perform for us. 26. Main gate, here we go. La-da-da-da-da, which is fine because I'm just singing. La-da-la-la. Do not think I did light, but I did do my tension die. Okay, so my torch is almost out, but I've got plenty more. High walls of quarried stone rise up from the cavern floor. Furred shapes man them, staring beadily down at you. The front gates are open, but the creatures on the wall pelt you with projectiles for stalling your approach. Okay. Hail of darts. When you enter this room, either immediately turn and leave, or make a dodge check and try to just go through this thing. Storming the battlements. You may attempt to take the fight to the rats. First, make a dodge check 2 times. During this fight, wow, I mean, it's just like, why? Oh, I can get the tensile rat bow relic. So I can take the fight to them. And if I do this, I get a relic. I'm not going for it, but the tensile rat bow relic. So I can either like push through, which looks like it's going to be worse than the side wall. No, it's dodge. I think I go to the side wall. I think I'm good with that. Oh, tension die. Wow. Again. And I'm just going to say, like, just thematically, the reason this isn't triggering is because it's darts. They have so much more at their disposal. I know this because they shot their guns at me. But maybe they're, I don't know, maybe they're all playing hard to get right now. So maybe they're, like, really into me. Can you blame them? Maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, so here it'd be for each failure, I suffer D4 plus 1 piercing damage and 1 venom. In the wall breach, I would suffer 2d4 plus 1 and d4 venom. Oh, here we go. A dodge check 3 times. The odds are I'm not going to make one of those. For each failure, I suffer d4 plus 1 piercing and 1 venom. That sucks. Okay, and then the other one is I make 1 demanding dodge check and suffer 2d4 plus 1 and d4 venom. I've got my like little venom splash guards on. I can already absorb 2 points of venom. So I don't need to worry about that. The dodge check I'm going to fail. So it's basically going to be 2d4 plus 2 because I always take the extra point of damage. I think I hit the wall breach. But if I do the wall breach, then I need to make the endurance check. Storming the battlements is crazy. I'm not doing that. I don't need that bow. And I really don't want to kill anyone more than I need to. Maybe they're taking tally of how many people I've killed here. I'm probably going to take 10 points of damage here. Or if I go to the other one, I'm going to take like 5. I think I go to the wall breach. Okay. Bye, guys. And like, I just wave. I'm assuming they can just walk on like the little parapets or whatever and just follow me. Like, hey, guys, we're going to enter this way. Got some rocks and carcasses to hide behind. And they're just going to keep peppering me. I need to make a demanding dodge check with a -10, which ain't happening. Oh, let's do the tension die. Okay, that makes sense. So the tension, I'm crossing their threshold. Things are getting a little tight here. So I'm up to a D4, surprise. But considering I checked out basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms. That's crazy. Granted, I used my little Viewmaster to see 3 of them. But here I go, walking across this and demanding dodge check. So this is going to be like a 10, I think. Dodge is a 20. So I need to roll 10. 75, that's a big old whiff. So 2d4 plus 1 piercing damage. Okay, let's clear this out. So this is plus 2. Wow, that's great. Okay, so I took 4 points of damage for this, which is not bad at all. That puts my toughness down to a 20. And then I need to roll a d4 venom. That's just 1 because, again, I've got 2 pieces of that venom armor. So my venom is a 7, which is tolerable. And then I need to do, when revisiting a room, roll a d6 on a 5 or above. There's going to be some kind of encounter. Fine there. Then I need to make endurance check minus 20, or I'm going to take 2 points of exhaustion, which makes sense. I've like freaking circumnavigated the town. I just like did a little tour of the town. So I need to just check my endurance. Ooh, I got it. Okay. I got to keep that exhaustion. Wait, that's nice. And I think I'm in the freaking city. I'm here. I did it. Okay, let's just kind of zoom in for you guys just to see where I am. I'm just going to put me here. I'm assuming this is like home stretch here. I've got, it looks like 35 overall places to visit, and I've done 27. So I guess we're going to check these 3 buildings here, and then we're just going to start making our way through the cathedral, right? That seems to be the best thing to do. Okay. Let's mark off some light. Again, I feel like something's up. Something's obviously up. I've been cruising this episode. I feel like now that I'm in here, I think this is I want to keep pushing because I'm excited, but let's just hop up to the top and, yeah, let's hop up to the top. Oh, okay. That was tough to stop because I was on a freaking roll. I was moving. God, I hate that I lost that toughness, and another growing darkness is about to trigger. I don't think I can camp anywhere in here. I don't think I can. Maybe I can. They'll probably let me. I don't know what's going on in here, man. I could do like 1 fight. I can basically do 1 fight. I think I can handle that. But after that, I think I would need to camp again. I covered so much territory. That was, of like all the numbered events, that was like 8 of them. That was like 20% of the locations I was able to check out just now, which was pretty amazing. I'm so glad I put that skull thing to good use because, yeah, I didn't need to go to those places at all. And again, what are they up to? What are these little buggers up to? We'll find out soon enough. Beyond that, I just finished my Machine Gods video. Those are done now. I think I'm going to go on a little hiatus from that because I did say that I do need to go into Rift Breakers. That's what's on deck. So at least in regards to Black Oath games. So I want to keep playing those. So I'm going to be doing some Rift Breakers here shortly, but I feel like this is it. This is the kind of the final stretch of this area too. So it's pretty exciting. But yeah, that's it. Awesome session. Holy crap. I mean, it is funny how I'm oscillating between like big combat session and then big exploration session. I want to see what that bow and arrow did. Wasn't there like some relic that was a bow and arrow? I just get excited by these things. So I'll probably pop it up on the screen for you. Here we go. It was a tensile rat bow. Piercing. When set in camp, you may expend up to crafting supplies times 10 to gain that many rat bow ammo. Rat bow ammo is a light item. When combat begins, once per combat, you may expend a rat bow ammo to force your opponent to make a dodge check or suffer D8 piercing damage. That thing's pretty awesome. You have to spend 10 crafting supplies, which I don't even think I have. Oh, wait, you can expend up to 10 crafting supplies. Okay. Expend the rat bow ammo to force your opponent to make a dodge check or suffer D8 piercing damage. That's a great way to start a fight. The flavor text is, the corridors of the necropolis are tight and restrictive, making ranged weapons a losing proposition. But the Ratkin have already thought of this. They have developed a wooden-framed arbalist strung with their own hair, and it has such a short stalk and tightly folded limbs that its use is no harder than hurling a fireball or throwing a dart. Well, they haven't thrown a fireball at me yet, but on that note, thank you so much for watching. I'm Avery with Alone in the Dork, and until next time, stay dorky, my friends.